Why is it saying it's not? Okay, we're gonna have to edit this because it said it hadn't started. So I have been troubleshooting, and I guess I have been troubleshooting while I have been live. My bad to all of y'all. So I don't even know if the intro, I don't think the full intro played because it wasn't showing that it was going. It kept asking about the internet. I did 2 speed tests, and here we are back live. Sometimes it is like that. So let's go ahead and make this happen and act like all of the technical difficulties did not just happen. So, all right, let's go ahead and get started. So, the first thing is welcome to another episode of Growth Groove with Dr. Eric. I'm so excited to have you here with me. I know I've been off for a little while. I had to take a little self care break, but now I'm back fully energized because the one thing I want to do is when I come to come to you with full energy already. So thank you so much for having me. I feel all of the love. Quick housekeeping things. First thing is if you know someone that needs this, please tag them. Next thing you know someone that needs this, you can share. The next thing is if you're watching it later, don't worry about it. Put a hashtag replay in the comments. Let me just put a quick note. Um, actually, do it later just to let people know that even if you see me walk away, I'm coming back because apparently we are doing all the things in this video. So, as I told you before, I go home quite often. I go home a lot. I recently just got back from Thanksgiving, but I wanted to spend some time talking about some lessons from when I went home because I love finding inspiration and lessons in everyday life. And I want to make sure I share some of those with you because we're all on this journey to be better, do better, and live better. So, if you don't know me, let me tell you who I am. I am Dr. Erica, Harvard trained board certified psychiatrist and host of the hit podcast Better with Dr. Eric. I'm extremely irrationally passionate about helping you be better, do better, and live better. I do that through my Don't Tell Us Psychiatry program, my corporate speaking, my books, including Fix Your Fairy Tale, A Woman's Guide to a Great Life, Love, and Legacy, and my podcast Better with Dr. Erica that I just mentioned. I do all of this to help busy people like you. You show up for work, you show up for your friends, you show up for your family, you show up for everybody. And oftentimes people don't show up for yourself. Sometimes you don't show up for yourself. So I do all of this to put you back in your life. So let's go ahead and get to it after all the technical difficulties. So you made it. Thanks for coming in. Let me know where you're watching it from. And let's do this. So we're talking about 5 lessons from my trip home because I love to share. So sharing is caring. So the first one is just to be present. One of the beautiful things about going home is the opportunity to connect with people, be it your family, chosen family, or even new people. But it's hard to fully connect with people if you're not present. And the other reason it makes a big difference is one of the things we learned that was really underscored between adulting and the pandemic is you never know how much time you have, you never know how much time other people have. And the one thing you don't want to do is have regrets about how you didn't spend time with people or how you spent time with them, but all you were doing was scrolling on your phone. So the first lesson is just be present. Part of the reason we are spending time and doing these things is to get that quality time. And I was fortunate. I got to see both parents, even though they don't live in the same city, and my 98-year-old grandmother. So it was wonderful getting an opportunity to spend time with her and be present. And the quality of the time shifts when you're actually present for it. Number 2 is be open to possibilities. Got it? Be open to possibilities. You never know what new thing is around the corner. You don't know what experience, you don't know what wisdom is going to be dropped. You don't know if there's going to be a time that you have a conversation with someone that translates into something that can help you professionally or personally. You just never know. You never know when you may meet someone that possibly could be your next significant other. You never know. You might meet a new friend that's your new bestie. You never know. So just be open to possibilities. Because actually on my trip, we went to a gathering at someone's house. Number one, I had some of the best corn something dip that was phenomenal, and someone made this sweet potato pie. I don't even like sweet potato pie, but sweet potato pie was good. But I met a whole room full of new people, and got to spend some time with people that I didn't know well. So it was a great experience to meet new people for me, which I did not anticipate at all. I didn't know that was coming. Oh, number 3, working all the time is not bringing sexy back. I am Dr. Erica. I wouldn't call myself a workaholic, but this entrepreneur thing has me working, working, working day and night. Straight Michael Jackson style. And or I guess we do Rihanna work, 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 work. You know what I'm talking about. So working all the time is not bringing sexy back. One of the things I notice when I go home sometimes, it's just the rest of the world has stopped and I'm logging into computers, doing all these things. People are waiting on me to get off my computer. And just, it was just a reminder of needing to get work and those tasks compartmentalized more so that I have more time to actually have to myself to enjoy, to connect with people, to do whatever I feel like doing. And it was just a reminder of that. So I encourage all of you to see how you can get work siloed so it's not bleeding into stuff because we talked about the importance of being present, but I also want you to be able to actually enjoy your own life. Number 4 is chosen family matters. Actually, while I was home, I went to a memorial for a good friend's mom and just had a chance to connect with people and just seeing how people really live their life, but just being able to connect with all these people that were also my chosen family because I have a very close knit biological family that I love dearly, but I also spent a lot of time connecting with my chosen family. And some people don't have those kinds of relationships with their biological family. And I want you to be able to really connect with people and do quality time, regardless of if your biological family works out well for you or not. And sometimes your chosen family ends up being like a I won't say a garnish, but something that amplifies the amount of love and experience and interpersonal interactions you have. So sometimes it's just really additive. But I want to have a moment and just really acknowledge the fact that your chosen family is also very, very important. The next one is COVID is not gone. Hoping that Thanksgiving did not turn into a super spreader, but we had some family members after the holiday test positive, and it's just a reminder that COVID is not gone. I know everyone kind of talks about post pandemic and all the things, and it's just a reminder that it is still here and it has nerve enough to masquerade like a cold. So sometimes people don't know if they have allergies, a cold, or the COVID. So I want to encourage you to remember that COVID is still out there, so to take appropriate precautions, mask when you need to, and also to have COVID tests around in case you need to actually test yourself. Because that's one of the things we found was since a lot of people had been feeling fine, there hadn't been a lot going on. All of us had a bunch of tests that had expired, and they say you can use them 1 year past the expiration date on the package. And we had quite a few that were past a year. So I want to encourage you to remember that COVID's still here. Make sure you still have some COVID tests. Their government is still doing free tests. So I'll drop a link later so that if you need to order some tests and get your free test on. But that way, if something happens, you will actually have some tests to test because COVID is not gone. And I don't want anybody getting hemmed up because even though you're not hearing about people being hospitalized as much or not breathing and all that kind of stuff, there are still issues with emotional and cognitive issues that can happen also with COVID, along with there still being some risks of long COVID. So I just want to encourage you to keep an eye out and don't forget COVID is still with us. It's like that family member that just won't leave. That person won't get out your house at the end of the party. COVID. First bonus is there is always something new to explore. We talked earlier about being open to possibilities, and sometimes beyond that, it's just being open to new experiences and finding new things to explore. And for me, there were areas of the city I hadn't spent time in that I actually saw more of. And then some different views of the city that were stunning, and just having an opportunity to see those was wonderful. But just being open that there's always something to explore, even someplace that seems familiar, there's always something new to check out. So I want you to be open to it because you know what? Variety and new experiences can really fill out your life. And the last bonus is just because it's on sale doesn't mean you need to buy it. Because Black Friday started early, and Black Friday started the week before, then went into Black Friday, then went into Cyber Monday and all the things. So it was very easy. You could spend all the money if you wanted to. But one of the things that just reminded me of is just because it's on sale doesn't mean you need it. Didn't mean I needed it. Didn't mean I need to buy it. So just because things are on sale, don't start cluttering your life because you just start buying all the things because they're on sale. Think to me, some of the things I think about to discern whether or not to buy something is number one, can I pay it off? No, then can you pay it off? Or is the deal you're getting going to be negated by all the interest on your credit card for when you bought that? The next is, do you even have some place to put it? Or is it just going to be more clutter and not have a place? And just start thinking about those kinds of things rather than indiscriminately just buying up the entire world just because there are sales. Deal? All right. So let's do a refresh and then we're going to take this home. So, number one, if you know someone that needs this, please share. If you know someone that needs this, please tag them. And the last thing is, if you're watching later, just let me know, put hashtag replay in the comments and we'll make it happen. Today, we're talking about 5 lessons from my trips home because it's really plural and all the inspiration I get from everyday life. So, you ready for us to wrap this up, take this home, and get you off for the rest of your day? You ready? I think you are. Okay. Here we go. I got to get rid of all the things that are on all the screens. All right. So the first one is we're talking about be present, the importance of actually being present to enjoy the moment, be it the people you're with, what the actual experience is, even when you're walking outside to smell the air, feel all of the sensations, smell the smells, but just being present so that you can really squeeze the most out of every moment and every experience. The next one is being open to possibilities so that if something happens that's new or a new opportunity or connection, that you're open to it. The next is working all the time isn't bringing sexy back. So we all have to work on finding work life integration and balance on vacation and even off vacation. That it's important to make sure that you have a full, whole life. Your chosen family matters because a lot of people don't have the relationship with their biological family, but sometimes your chosen family is just like the bonus and the cherry on the cake because I have a great biological family, but my chosen family means a lot to me too. The next one is COVID is not gone. COVID is still here. Please don't get lulled into a delusion that is not here. It is still here and people are still getting it. The next bonus is there's always something new to explore. Just being open to those new possibilities and being open to doing new things and keeping an eye out for new places to explore, even places that look familiar or that you spent time in. Last bonus is just because it's sale doesn't mean that you need to buy it. There's all kinds of stuff going on with this economy and we all have these goals. We want to retire, we want all the things, and it's hard to get all the things if you spend all the money. So just be discerning with how you spend your cash because that's how you get God. It's on sale, you buy, and then you have no place to put it, or your credit card goes up. So just keep an eye. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Growth Group. Thanks for hanging in through the technical difficulties on the front end. Again, I'm your host, Dr. Erica, Harvard trained, double board certified psychiatrist, and hit I can't talk today. Host of the hit podcast, Better with Dr. Erica. I'm extremely passionate about helping you be better, do better, and live better. I do that through my adult telepsychiatry practice, my books, including Fix Your Fairy Tale, A Woman's Guide to a Great Life, Love, and Legacy, my speaking, and my podcast, Better with Dr. Erica. I do all of that to help busy people like you that you pour into everybody. You pour into work, you show up for your friends, you show up for your family, you show up for your community, but you often don't show up for yourself. I'm here to help put you back in your life. If you want to hear more of Dr. Erica, you can always listen to past episodes. But the other thing is you can check out my podcast, Better with Dr. Erica. We have some bonuses coming for you before we start season 5. You can find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and go to betterthepodcast.com. Check us out. I would love that. The next thing is follow and subscribe so you know exactly when. You can do that for the podcast and for my YouTube channel for this show. You can do both. Don't have to just do one. And the last thing is if you want me to actually be your doctor, I'm still taking new patients. You can go to goodwinmed.com. Goodwinmed.com and get more information about my adult psychiatry telepractice and get to know me as actually your doctor. So I look forward to seeing you next week. at 7 p.m. Eastern. Thank you so much for having grace for while I took some time off for self care. And I'm so excited to be with you tonight. Have a great night. Take care. And until next time, have a better day.